Hello, everybody. This is Benny Hills back with another Vintage Cube draft, and this is a pack and a half here. There's Tundra, there's Emrakul, there's Coalition Relic, Vendilion Click, Koth, Mind Twist. Yeah, this pack is awesome, but we're taking the power. Time Walk is Time Walk. It's just so good. It's also in the best color. Yeah, as good as this pack is, there's nothing that really can compete with Time Walk. I am sad to be passing a Tundra. That makes blue-white look a lot less likely, but we'll take this and see how it goes. Well, this is interesting. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of Spellseeker, but it's a lot better when it can fetch Time Walk. So that is an option. We could also take a Sneak Attack. We did just pass an Emrakul, though. So that seems a little dicey. Like, we passed actually Emrakul and Blightsteel. I guess one of them will probably wheel. That's sort of interesting. Sneak Attack is a really good archetype. I don't play it that much, but it is strong. Um, do I really want to take a Spell Seeker with my second pick? Not really. I think we're gonna go with a Sneak Attack, honestly. Like, yeah, it sucks that we might like lose out on those big boys that we just passed, but the upside is so high, and like, yeah, Spell Seeker for Time Walk is really good, but it's not that good of a card in general. It's pretty slow, and like, honestly, that's 5 mana to take an extra turn. Like, that's not broken in Vintage Cube, so we'll go with a Sneak Attack. Okay, I think this is a ponder here. Mox Diamond is also good. Deceiver Exarch is also an option, but Ponder is just going to be good no matter what, and really helps smooth us out. And this is pushing us in a slight combo direction. So cantrips are better in combo decks where like some cards are much more powerful than others. So we'll take that. Also, it cuts blue a bit. Not that that's like our number one priority, but it's something. So now we have to decide. We could take the Wandering Fumarole, but we don't know that we're playing red. Red does look pretty open from this pack, but I still don't really want to take a Wandering Fumarole this early. I think I want to take the Ancestral Vision. Um, this is just a really good card, good card advantage, and like, yeah, I don't really want to commit to any color combination yet. If we also had a big creature to pair with a Sneak Attack already, then that makes this look more appealing, and then I might go for the Fumarole. But as is, I think we're just gonna take the AV. All right. Well, we got That's Oracle isn't really where I want to be. I think we should just take the Mystery Rainforest here. It's like a blue fetch. We don't know what colors we're going to be, but we are going to be blue, and so this will help us a little bit. And we still could even be blue-green, and otherwise we could just get other fetchable lands that this would help with. All right. So do we want to stay in blue or branch out here? We could just take the Thirst for Knowledge, but this isn't like an amazing card. It's very good in some decks, but we have no artifacts right now. We could take. There are a lot of green cards, so we could take Trigon Predator or Rex Age, since it is a little easier on the mana, and it also does look to be pretty open. Or we could just take a Pia and Kieran Lar and like lean more into towards blue red. Um, I think I'm gonna speculatively take the Trigon Predator. These are both pretty replaceable. Honestly, so is Toxic Deluge if we went blue black, and um, yeah, getting gold colored cards is really nice. It sort of carves out that archetype for you nicely. Okay, not looking great for blue red really. I kind of think we should just take the Wall of Blossoms and go towards blue green, but like base blue green. I guess we could also take Gideon Jura. Do we want the Wall of Blossoms or the Gideon Jura? White is looking pretty open, but we did already pass a Tundra. Gideon is pretty good. But so is Wall. I think I'm going to take the Wall here. Well, we have probably... So we could take Oblivion Ring, but I kind of like taking the Signet here. We might be... white does look pretty open, but Signet helps us. Like, I really like playing Bant, like base blue, splashing green and white. And so taking Selesnya Signet could help us a lot with the mana there. It's also just, like, good in general. Just having mana acceleration in blue decks is good. And green is somewhat open, but this isn't really a deck that wants to play, like, 5 Fin-Horned Elves or something like that. So I think we'll go with a Signet here. Scrubland doesn't help our mana too much at this point. Alright, this is our starting pack. The Tundra is gone. Do we want Courser or Nature's Claim? I think the Courser. Courser is pretty good, and it's at its best in blue decks where you can manipulate the top of your library. Alright, here I'll take a Regrowth. Regrowth on Time Walk is quite nice. I do wish I had the Spellseeker now, though. Spellseeker, being able to get Time Walk, Preordain, Ancestral, or Regrowth is very good. Can we make Omnath work? We could also take this. I'm going to take the Omnath here, speculatively. We don't have the mana for it at all right now, but none of the other cards are great, and if we could make the mana work, then this would be a really sweet card to be able to play. So, to make the Omnath have a little more potential, we'll take an Inspiring Vantage, and we'll take a Stirring Wildwood. I think here we take Wall of Roots over the Kaya, since we don't have anything pulling us towards black at the moment. Honor of the Pure, classic last pick. I mean, it's great in the right deck, but just mono white's always open. Wow! Oh my gosh! So we're taking the Ancestral, but this is unbelievable. Mana Crypt and Noble Hierarch are both among the best possible cards we could get, and we have to pass them both. So that's a little ridiculous, but definitely taking the Ancestral, and now I am very, very sad that we have this Sneak Attack rotting in our board, and we could have had a Spellseeker. That hurts, but Ancestral is great. Easy pick here. Infinitely better than Ancestral Vision. Man, it really hurts to lose this Noble. That would have been so good for us, but we got to do what we got to do. Alright, so now we have Cruel Signet could help with a mana. There's a Cryptic Command, but I think that'll be a little bit rough on the mana. There's a Mana Vault, which is very good. Skyclave Apparition is pretty good. Savannah is really nice and can fetch it with the Misty Rainforest. Honestly, Mana Vault is the best card in this pack, but it doesn't look particularly good for our deck. I think I'm actually going to take the Savannah here. Yeah, I think this is probably the right pick. Like, we have very few colorless mana pips in our converted mana cost here, and yeah, I mean, Cryptic is just a little dicey. If we're trying to be 4 colors, which I would like to be able to do, then I think Savannah and the good mana is worth it. Gruul Signet would also be pretty nice, so that would be an awesome wheel, but even if it doesn't come around, I think taking the land is a little more important here. We have tons of playables, so, and we're in enough colors that we're likely to be able to get playables in most packs. Ooh. Alright, I think we go with a Wrenn and 6 here. I have not played that much with Wrenn and 6. Cultivate's also good, so is Garrick and Razorverge Thicket, but I think Wrenn and 6 is the right pickup here. Yeah, we're just actually 4-color Omnath now, or we're trying to do that at least. So I really want some fetch lands now. Ooh, well, there's a Strip Mine. Strip Mine, Wrenn and 6 is a combo. There's also a Fast Bond, which is also a combo. Fast Bond Courser is very good. And Fast Bond is great with the, like, Ancestral, with the card draw. Strip Mine, Fast Bond, Strip Mine, Fast Bond. I think I'm going to go with the Fast Bond here. A colorless land, like, I would definitely play the Strip Mine if I had it, but it is a real cost to play a colorless land in a 4-color deck. And it's, like, very, very good with Wrenn and 6, but that's, like, we don't have that many things. I mean, Fast Bond, yeah, Fast Bond probably won't wheel. I think we got to go with the Fast Bond here. Fast Bond Courser is just so good, and so is Fast Bond Ancestral. Okay, here we'll take a Plateau. None of these other cards are really that impressive for us. I mean, like, Avacyn would be fine, but Plateau is nice, and it's not fetchable with Misty Rainforest, but hopefully we can pick up a fetch that can grab it. Alright, so here we have a Lightning Bolt, we have a Banishing Light, a couple lands that aren't very appealing. Wear and Tear is pretty nice. So we're definitely base blue-green. I think I like taking the Banishing Light here. It's just a very flexible card. Although it is, maybe we should take the Bolt. Bolt or Ancestral. Or Bolt or... We take Ancestral over Bolt. These are from the same cycle, but this one is a bit better. I think we are going to go with the Banishing Light here. Having just the really flexible answers is valuable, and we don't really have many answers. Actually, we have basically no answers in our deck right now. So we could take Prime Speaker Vanifar, but that doesn't do too much for us. We have a pretty low curve, so I think we should just take the Gilded Goose. Our curve is quite low. We need a little bit in the way of like actual win conditions, but we have a lot of really sweet enablers and stuff like that. So there's a Turnabout, Elspeth Conquers Death. Goblin Electromancer isn't really where we want to be, even though it is in our colors. I think we should just take the Elspeth Conquers Death. Yeah, we'll go with that. We could also take a Banefire, actually. Because this is double white, and white is going to be a really splash color. Yeah, I'm actually going to take a Banefire. This could be a deck that ramps up pretty well. Oh, now we have to decide between Needle Spires and Night of Autumn. What do we have for spells? Let's see, we have 16 spells. Okay, I think we should take the Needle Spires then. We have so many playables. And, like, this is good, but we already have Trigon Predator to blow up artifacts and enchantments, and I think just having good mana is super important. And manlands are also really nice. Ooh, the Signet came back around. We could also take one of these cards. I think I'm going to go with the Signet. We need a little bit more of top end for sure. Like right now, we don't have that much to ramp into, but we're banking on getting that in the next pack. So I think we're going to go with the double on color Signet. Okay, and then here we'll take the Razorverge Thicket over the Lightning Helix or the Thraben Inspector because we have like infinite playables. Alright, Kitchen Finks is a really good sideboard option for playing against aggressive decks, and it's double on color. Here, I think we go with the Archangel Avacyn. We don't really have the creature count for Survival of the Fittest. We'll take a Lyra for the board and a Wildfire. And so now the number one thing we want, well, we want a few more fetch lands, but the main thing we want is a good top end. And that is beautiful. That is, yeah, exactly the kind of card we wanted. I would love a Breeding Pool too, but Teferi is just so good that I really don't think we can pass that here. Yeah, we'll take the Teferi. This is perfect. We want top end. We want card draw. This does both of those things. We can ramp into it very well. I am sad to lose this Breeding Pool. That would be a very, very good card for us to get, but I think this is the disciplined pick, or the correct pick. So what would be an ideal win condition to get? Uro would be great. Oko would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, there's honestly not... You don't need to worry about your win conditions too much in Vintage Cube, but this is the sort of deck that might. I mean, I guess just like Elspeth Sun's Champion would be pretty good. I almost wish we had the Thassa's Oracle, because we could just draw through our deck and like ramp into more card draw and then win that way. I mean, ooh. Well, there's an Ugin. There's a Karn. There's a Ponder. Underground Sea doesn't really help us. Ponder is very good, but I kind of think we want the win condition. It's sort of funny to play an 8-drop when the rest of your curve is so low, but we have a decent amount of mana ramp and card draw. Yeah, I think Ugin is the best pickup here. It sort of does everything we want to do. It's interaction and a win condition. So we will go with that. Ponder won't come around, but if it did, I'd be very happy. Okay, so now we need to decide between... So there's Harmonize and Nissa, but I think I would rather one of these lands. I guess Winds of Abandon is also a consideration. So which one of these lands is better? Savannah is a better land in general, but it is... We already have one of these, so we can fetch it. But I do really like Manlands, but this is probably slightly more likely to wheel. Which one is... I guess Temple Garden could wheel. We saw a really late Night of Autumn. And like Kitchen Finks. Like green-white is open. But I really want to have win conditions, and this is a great win condition. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Raging Ravine. Really hope to wheel the Temple Garden, but if it doesn't, that's not the end of the world. Alright, so this pack has Phantasmal Image. We could just take Inferno Titan. Batterskull is decent. Arbor Elf is pretty good, but Actually, Arbroath is quite good. Wall is also reasonable. I don't think we have the blue cards for Force. I think I'm actually going to take an Inferno Titan here. Double red is not ideal, but we have a lot of red dual lands. 1, 2, 3. Does Misty Rainforest get red? No, unfortunately. So 4 red dual lands. Yeah, I think Inferno Titan is a good pickup here. Ooh, Teferi versus Lumbering Falls. That is really close. We have a ton of playables right now. We have 20 spells, but I think Teferi is just so good that we have to take it still. Man, I really would love this Lumbering Falls, but yeah, I think Teferi is like one of the few cards I would take over a good dual land here. Okay, I think we just go with the Oracle. A couple of reasonable cards here. Remand is quite good, but Oracle is super good, especially with Fast Bond and like card draw. So I think that's the best pickup. Also very good with Omnath. Okay, we have a Time Walk. We have an Amiria's Call. We have actually, Seagate Stormcaller is very good with this sort of deck. So you like since we have Time Walk and Ancestral, those are both really good things to copy with this. I actually think we take this card. That's pretty sweet. We don't have that many others. I guess copying Regrowth is also good. Yeah, this is a good pick. Well, I think we just go with the Soulfire. We have the combo. This deck is really interesting, but I think it's really good. Ooh, nice. Really good wheel here. Days would be fine, but we are now up to 24 spells, so we're going to have to make some tough cuts already, and mana fixing is always good. I think first on the chopping block is probably Wall of Roots here. We have so many 2-drops, and only adding green is a little awkward. Okay, what does Bloodbraid Elf do? Bloodbraid seems pretty sweet for this deck, actually. I think I'll go with that. Now we have the win condition that we can cut the Banefire. We can side that in some matchups, but it's also a bad hit off of Bloodbraid. But now, like, Bloodbraid into any of these 3 is amazing. Bloodbraid into, honestly, most of these 2-drops is amazing. Into Seagate Stormcaller is a little awkward. But then Bloodbraid into Time Walk, Ancestral, or other Ancestral are all phenomenal. So right now this would be 17 lands in this. Ooh, nice. I like Anissa. But do we want Winds of Abandon more? We are pretty light on removal, and this is a really good card. It's like a very good removal spell. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this over the Nissa. Phantasmal Image is a nice wheel. And, can we play Force of Will? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Phantasmal Image is pretty good in our deck, but it's not amazing. I think I'm going to go with the Force because we don't have any counter magic right now, and there's some match. We're not going to. That's a huge wheel. This probably won't start in the main deck, but there will be some matchups where it's amazing. Like if we're playing. Yeah, so I think taking the Force there makes sense. Biogenic Ooze is okay. Never miss it. That's so funny. Okay, so what changes do we make here? Is Fast Bond even worth it? We do have a lot of card draw. We could maybe cut the Wall of Blossoms and bring it in against more controlling decks. And then maybe just cut the Biogenic Ooze. It's solid, but I feel okay about win conditions now, and all the other cards are just a little better, I think. Yeah, this seems pretty good to me, so then let's see what lands they recommend. Interesting. That's a lot of planes. I don't want to play that many planes. So if we did this, what do we have? For green, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's pretty good. Actually, I guess green is a little light. That's honestly more than we need, probably. We could probably go down to 9. I do like being able to play Fast Bond early, but we also have 2 Signets to make green, so we'll cut 1 for us for now. We have 9 green. White. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This does not get white. No, it does. 8, 9. 9 is good for white. I'm happy with that. For blue, we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so definitely adding a lot more blue. And then for red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which I think is fine. Red is a pretty small splash. So, honestly, I think we're going to go down to 5 red and then just bring in 2 islands. But that's still not really enough. I kind of want 1 more island. I think we can cut 1 plains for 1 more island. Yeah, this seems pretty good to me. And then we actually have a pretty nice sideboard option, like a bunch of different sideboard options too. Oh wait. We have to cut one more card. If we cut one island, do we have enough? That's man. We just have so many duels that aren't blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean we need one more island. So maybe we just cut the basic plains. We don't have prismatic vista or anything like that. Yeah, I feel okay about this. Most of our white stuff is later game cards. Um, yeah, this seems fine. All right, sweet. I'm really excited to see how this deck plays out. I think it's going to be really fun. So, yeah, hope you're excited too. I'll see you in round one. All right, here we are for round one with our sweet four-color Omnath deck, and we have a beautiful hand. No white mana, but definitely keeping. I mean, we have Ancestral and a blue source, so sort of have to keep. Uh-oh, is this an aggressive deck? It is. All right. I actually think I'm going to lead on Preordain here. I don't want to discard the hand size, and they both dig us an equal number of cards deep. So, okay, yeah, definitely bottoming both these. I mean, Stirring Wildwood is our white source, but I still am not going to keep that here. All right, I mean, yeah, we need to find some action. I mean, we could go for the main phase Ancestral, but I think I'm just going to, I don't really want to discard the hand size. We want these cards, so I'm just going to pass. And then next turn we can go Plateau and play Teferi. Only attacking for one. Happy to see that. Vryn Wingmare. That is a little annoying. So we'll draw our cards. Then drop Plateau. And now we can't play the Teferi, but we can play the Trigon Predator, which lines up pretty well against their creatures. We have to discard a card. We'll just pitch a forest, I think. And now it's a little awkward because if we play Bloodbraid Elf, we can't play a non-creature if we hit it because of the Vryn Wingmare. So I think we might go to Fairy next turn instead of the Bloodbraid. So they're ahead on board, but our hand is stacked. So we just need to hope that they play conservative and don't go like all out for the win. I mean, if they could like kill our Trigon Predator, hit us for 4, and flip their thing, that would be bad. Okay, if they're just making this attack, that's great. So we'll block the Vryn Wingmare. They'll give it protection. But then we can untap and play Teferi and get rid of this token for good. Uh-oh, what is this? Oh, is this Walking Ballista? That would be annoying. Oh, Firebolt, also annoying. Yeah, I think I'm just going to kill this token off. So we'll go Savannah to Fairy. It is just going to die immediately, but that's fine. As long as it's taking a hit, we're not taking a hit. They could have Mana Tithe. But really, our plan is just to try and build up to Inferno Titan and then just take over the game with that. Sweet. This worked. So, I mean, we could plus. No, I think I would. I don't want them to flip this Legion's Landing. That could be good. If we draw Time Walk, that'll be very good. So they are attacking with a Giver. That's a good play by our opponent. Now, if they have a big follow-up here, it could be close. But if they don't have... Okay, playing a land is good for us. Just Firebolt our face. Ravages of War. Okay, I was not expecting that. That's pretty good. So we just play Needle Spires and pass. I mean, this is not the end of the world. Next turn, I think we're going to just drop the Stormcaller as a blocker. Regrowth, can't cast that, so Yeah, I mean, we're behind. The Ravages of War hurts, but we're not out of it. So we take 2. I mean, we have 6 turns right now. Ooh, that's a good one. So we can go land, Signet, and then pass. And then next turn we can go Omnath, I think, right? Red, green, blue, white. Yeah, we can go Omnath and then play land to gain 4, which will really slow down their clock a lot. I mean, gaining 4 a turn is more than they're dealing. Okay, Figure of Destiny could become scary, but we're going to get our Omnath first. Ooh, red and 6 is great, but we need to stabilize first. So, Omnath. Draw our card. Now, fetch land would be ideal, because then we could add mana, but on-fetch land is okay, so we'll gain our life. And then pass the turn back. Wow, Omnath is so good. Coming down, drawing a card, being a stabilizing body on the board, and gaining you life. So they could make this Figure of Destiny up to a 4/4, which is a little awkward. Oh, they're not attacking with the other card. Okay, that's great for us. Now we can just play Inferno Titan. Or, okay, yeah, this game is super over. So we will gain our life. And then just jam the Titan. So 2 here, 1 here. They'll save the Wingmare, but then we should just win. I mean, yeah, our life total's high. This game is super over. So 2, 1, boom. Gotcha. No real use in attacking here. I don't want to trade the Omnath for the figure, so we'll just let them level it up, and then next turn probably hit it with a Winds of Abandon. It is a bummer that we don't have a fetch land, because then we could really go off with the Omnath, but that's okay. We can also just regrowth back the Ancestral or something. I mean, yeah. All right, sweet. So that was a really, really sweet game. I like our deck a lot. So playing against red, white, aggro. Their deck looks pretty good. I mean, they have a nice low curve, and Ravages of War is scary, so we do need to be aware of that, but I think we should be all right. So we can bring in some nice blockers. We can bring in some Angels. And then what do we not want? I think Ugin is a little too expensive, especially against the Ravages of War deck. Ancestral might be a little slow. Fastball I think is good. I think I'm gonna cut the regrowth. It is good, but like it can be awkward. Soulfire just being a 2/2 lifelinker is not bad. Let's see. Honestly, all of the rest of these cards are pretty good. Oh, we could cut the Archangel Avacyn, actually. It's quite a bit worse than the Lyra. And then, last cut. Especially on the draw, I don't want to cut any of these. Don't think I want to cut any of these. I mean, we could cut this, but just playing it as a 2/1 to block isn't bad. I don't really want to cut any creatures that are decently effective blockers that are cheap. We could cut to Fairy. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm going to cut to Fairy. Weird play for me to be making, I realize, but I think we have enough of a good card advantage engine from like Ancestral and stuff like that. So I just don't want to have a card that will be like expensive and then not like really, really like all of our other 4 and 5 mana plays. I guess Oracle doesn't really do this, but these 3 or these 4 all like immediately completely change the board. And Teferi can tuck something, but that's not as powerful. And I think Oracle is a little better, especially with Omnath. So I don't really want to cut that. Okay, we have no blue mana, but this hand is just, we can't mulligan this hand. In fact, I think this hand is screenshot worthy, even though we don't have the blue. If we can find, yeah, 1 blue source, then we can just go off. And even if we don't find a blue source, just turn 2, Ren and 6, ping your guy can be really effective against their deck. If they have no, like, if they just go, like, no 1-drop, and then they have, like, a turn 2, like, 1, like, I don't know. I guess there's not that many things they would have there that would be really... Okay, Legion's Landing. If they don't have a 2-drop, then this will be amazing for us. Because we can just ping that and then untap with a Ren and 6. Okay, beautiful. So we can clear their board very effectively, which I think we should just do here. In terms of answers to the shrine, I think we only have Trigon Predator now, so that's a little awkward, but they're definitely heavier white, so I don't think the shrine will get scary very quickly. Okay, so we're just gonna plus this, and then our turn is not very exciting here. We're just gonna drop a cool Signet into play. Would we rather get the Wall of Omens out there? No, I think I'm just gonna play the Signet. Now, if we draw an island, we could go like Wall of Roots into Signet into Time Walk. Or no, Signet into Wall of Roots into Time Walk. That would be amazing. Okay, Monastery Mentor is not too bad for us. I think I'm just going to go Bloodbraid Elf here. Yeah, I think that's the right line. We could also just play the Oracle, but this stabilizes the board better. Beautiful. Wow, that was an amazing hit. So we can bounce the Shrine or the Mentor. I think the Mentor. Then we'll plus and hit for 3. Wow. Bloodbraid Elf into Teferi is not necessarily a stack you see every day, but it is a pretty sweet one to be on this side of. They have a Mentor, nothing else? Alright. Yeah, we're really doing it here. So, plus, I think I'm going to play Signet into... No, actually we should probably just drop the Lyra. I mean, it would be really, really good if we could get a blue source. I'm going to get greedy, actually. So we're going to go land, Signet. And then if there is a land on top here, we get extremely rewarded. Oh my gosh, that was so good. So now we can Ancestral ourselves. And plus this. And pass, and then next turn we can play Fast Bond and just win. I'm just going to pass. No need to attack here. Oh man, I'm so excited for this turn. This next turn is going to be beautiful. We can go Fast Bond with Oracle and Time Walk, and then just like, yeah, this is good. This is very good. Also, the Ren and 6 Ultimate has had an all-time high in this deck, where you can just like, all of your lands can be Time Walks or Ancestrals, your choice. Okay, Firebolt is good against us. Now we're going to have to Chump Block with the Oracle if we want to protect our Teferi. I think I'm okay with the Teferi dying, though. Yeah, they're going there. Sure. Sorry, Teferi, but I want Oracle more than you. Even though they can kill the Oracle with a Firebolt down the road. It costs 3 to activate. I don't know if they thought it cost 2, but it is not. Alright, so... Actually, for all that talk of our big turn, it's a lot less good than I thought it was going to be. So we are playing... Yeah, we can't draw a card. That is annoying. Island. Lyra. Time Walk. Or Lyra. We can go Lyra and then Vanishing Light. Or no. We'll go Wall. Actually, we'll start with Time Walk, in case they have a Mana Tithe. And play this. We could plus the Ren and 6, but I think I would rather just ping off the Monk. And then we could put a counter to play Fast Bond, but that doesn't really do anything, so hit for 2. Untap. Alright, sweet. We get our free land. Another free land. Now we can play our Fast Bond and get even more free lands. Man, imagine if we had an Omnath right now. we do that, then we can, let's see, Banishing Light, hitting your, do we want to hit the Mentor or the Shrine? I think the Shrine at this point. Then we can animate Stirring Wildwood and attack with everything. So they're taking 10. And then I honestly think I'm just going to hit them for one more with Ren and 6. Yeah, our life total is super high. We have removal. Yeah, this game is looking pretty good. They do have all spells in hand, so I mean, I guess they could go like, Ravagers of War wouldn't look great for them at this point, although it would be like a million for one. All right, sweet. Can't really ask for a better first match than that. That was just awesome. Next turn we would have played land. Oh, then we have a fetch land in the graveyard for Ren, so we can scry. Yeah, that was a good game. I love this deck, and I can't wait to see how it goes in round 2. See you there. All right, here we are for round 2, and our hand is great. We'll definitely keep. We don't have red mana, but we have a Gilded Goose to make red, and we don't have any red cards. We can go turn 1 Goose into turn 2 either Predator or... Ooh. Okay, so we'll go Fast Bond now. And play this, and I'm not going to play the other land, there's not really any reason to. So now what we really want is some card draw, or a Courser, or Oracle. So they just fetch a basic island end of turn. That shows, A, they have no dual lands they could fetch for that, and B, they have a lot of lands in hand, probably, by the fact that they got a basic, so I guess they might just be, yes, just straight blue-green. Phantasmal Image. Okay, so now if we want to use Teferi to kill this, we do have to, like, our Teferi, we won't get to draw a card, and I do really want to draw a card. So I actually think I'm just going to play Teferi and bounce their food token here. And now we want to draw Ancestral, so we can play this, and then Ancestral and draw 6 cards, and then play all of the lands immediately. Any value in playing this right now? Not really. We don't have... If we could have made a food, then we would have done that, but we don't have the mana for that, so we'll just pass. They just passed. They're likely going to just be making a food token, so we will plus, play our Signet. And drop the Trigon Predator, and then pass the turn. So we have 4, 5, 6 mana. So we're getting somewhat close to Ugin, but we're not quite there yet. Too bad we don't have Mana Crypt in our deck. If we do draw anything, we're also at the point where we can almost kick this well, so that's nice. They have 4 mana here. What is it? Oh, they forgot to make a food token. Oh, Natural Order. For Genitus. What? That sucks. We were so ahead. And now we just lose, I think. Well, we'll plus. Oh, that's so sad. Do we have any answers to that in our 75? Nothing here. We just don't have any board sweepers. That's so annoying. So it turns out I really wish we had killed the Phantasmal Image. Didn't know that they were going to be able to do this. So that's sad, but it is what it is. We could still maybe win if we hit a Time Walk. We do have a nice source of life gain from the Gilded Goose. Man, they have another thing too. Thragtusk. Okay, I mean, Thragtusk doesn't matter that much, but I just don't think there's anything we can do about the Progenitus unless I'm forgetting something. But I don't think I am. I mean, yeah, we just. I guess if we can Ugin and Time Walk a couple times and get up to a -10, then that would be okay. But that seems a little bit ambitious. In return, we will make a food and crack one of the food. Plateau. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can play Ugin now. So we'll go sacrifice a food, make some mana here, make some more mana here. Gen this Ugin. We can plus on the Thragtusk and then bounce the token with this. This should be so good. Turn 5, Ugin with like Teferi on the battlefield and like having gained life and like yeah, we're doing really powerful things, but we're not doing Progenitus things. No real value in playing this, so we'll just hit for 2. So they can either kill our Ugin or hit us down to 2. We really, really hope they go for hitting us down to 2, because then Time Walk is a live draw. If they kill our Ugin, we don't really have any chance. Okay, they made the correct play. Now, I mean, Regrowth Ugin could do a thing, but I don't think that would be enough. Primeval Titan, alright, their deck is pretty sweet. I really wish we had Phantasmal, it just seems very good against their deck. I think we want Force of Will in this matchup. Well, that's a plan. If we top that, yeah, I mean, now we're back live if we can draw that. So, we go... Yeah, we do have enough red mana to use Soulfire, so we can go Forest. Let's see, we need 4 mana to gain life with a Gilded Goose. Do we want... I'm trying to decide if we want to play the Seagate Stormcaller, and I think the answer is no. So we'll just go... I mean, yeah, we could cast it, but like... Well, let's see. Say we draw Ancestral or Preordain. Then it's 3 mana to cast Seagate Stormcaller. And then, so we would need 9 mana in all to combo off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if we have a food token. But we want to gain life. We're taking 10 no matter what. So if we block this with a Trigon Predator, we're taking 13, so we do need to have some life gain. So yeah, I think we are just going to draw both of these then. I don't think we have enough mana to win with Seagate Stormcaller copying something into Time Walk and Infinite Turns. So, I mean, yeah, again, we have live draws. Ancestral into Time Walk. Oh, no, we don't have the blue for that. We could just keep a food around for the Gilded Goose, but I don't think we can really afford to do that. We would actually have to chump block a lot. Uh-oh, do they have Crater Hoof or something? No, they have even more than that? What? Alright. Well, we did really, really broken things, and they did even more broken things. Bummer. Alright. So we'll bring in this force. What do we not want? Winds of Abandon can do... Oh, that actually is another answer. Oh, I should have taken a draw step. Winds of Abandon could have won it for us. I forgot about that card. Well, that's a bummer. What cards... Trigon Predator seems pretty weak. Do we want to make any other changes? Oh, and actually, I don't want to cut a blue card, though. Yeah, we need to keep our blue card count up. Ugin is probably worth it. Maybe on the play we cut the Fast Bond. It was solid there, but it wasn't great. If we had drawn like Ancestral, I guess we have multiple combos that do make it good, but a lot of times it's just going to be fairly unimpressive if we don't draw those cards. Alright, we get to be on the play here. That's nice. And this hand is really good. We'll keep. So I think we are. Let's see. Wait, what does this Misty Rainforest fetch? It can grab green, white, but then we wouldn't have blue. But then the Gildigoose could give us blue. Hmm. Basically, our decision is between fetching. I mean, we could just play Raging Ravine. If we top deck an untapped land, then I'll want to have played the Teferi, because turn 2 Teferi is really good. But I think I'm actually going to play Raging Ravine here and play it a bit slower. Since we also, like, I mean, it's not great to use up your food and then just not be able to make more food. Okay. Man, I'm sad to be using this fetch line now, but I think we got to do it. So we'll fetch up an island and then play the Gruul Signet. Oh, wait, actually, we don't have, we can't make blue and white mana for the Teferi now. So we have to decide between getting a blue or getting a white. Okay, this is awkward. I think we're gonna get a white, but then just play Gildigoose instead of playing the Gruul Signet. So I wish we hadn't cracked our food or our Misty Rainforest. I want to be able to make a play next turn, and I think playing Gruul Signet is not that likely to let us do so. Okay, drawing a land there was great. We can make blue, white, whatever, Teferi. I would really wish that they played a mana dude that we could bounce. That makes it a lot worse. I mean, they could just play Natural Order and we'll just lose probably. So that's a little frustrating, but I guess we wouldn't necessarily lose because we could maybe get up to Winds of Abandon in time. Well, Natural Order me, bro. Do they have it? Oh no, 4 mana. Oh, they definitely have it. Hopefully the Progenitus in their hand. Nope. Oh, that's so annoying. All right. Well, we are going to bounce our Gilded Goose. Draw land. Okay. Now we can go land. All right. Now we're good to go. So we can go Signet into Signet and the Gilded Goose. And now we have 7 mana for next turn, so we should be able to overload the Winds of Abandon. All right, sweet. Beating a turn 3 Progenitus. NBD. We'll see if they go for our Teferi or our life total. I hope they go for our life total. Although I think they should go for our life total from their information set. Yeah, play all these juicy creatures that are going to die. Oko, are you kidding me? Jeez, their deck is really good, but I think we are still going to win this game. They could turn one of our Signets into a 3/3. But they'll probably just make a food. Yep, there's the food. And coming at us, presumably. Actually, maybe there's an argument for hitting Teferi, but they don't do it. Okay, that's good. Now, yeah, we just got to go for it. So plus and pass. So we can play Winds of Abandon at instant speed. This way we can potentially also snag their food token. And we don't need to worry about counter spells or anything like that because we have the Teferi on board. Would we rather them have a 2/1 or a land? I think I would actually rather them have... Yeah, I would rather them have the 2/1. So... Actually, is that true? Yeah, I think it is. They will get to animate their food now for nice value. But we're just going to get to Ugin and win with Ugin. So this is fine. So now they'll probably blow up one of our signets. I don't really know which one, but it doesn't really matter. And then they'll animate the food and attack Teferi, and we will chump block. Because then Teferi can kill the food token next turn. And we also do want the card draw, because we really would like to get the Omnath engine going. Although, actually, wait, we don't have blue mana if we don't... Oh, they go for the food. Interesting. I'm very happy to see that. That makes Ugin much more reachable. Now I will chump block if they attack. Because even if we can't play Omnath, we could still play Bloodbraid, and that's a pretty nice play as well. Yeah, that was a... I'm not a huge fan of that play with the Reclamation Sage on their part. If they attack... Oh, yeah. Definitely attacking Teferi. We will block. Ooh, big Teferi. Well, hopefully we can draw a land, a blue source specifically. We'll bounce this. Regrowth. Nice. So we can regrowth back the Misty Rainforest and then grab an island. Yeah, we can go and then island and just play Teferi and tuck the Oko. Is that what we want to do? Or would we rather just play Omnath? Maybe just play Omnath, actually. I would love to be able to play Teferi, but unfortunately they would be able to just use their Oko to turn this into 3/3 and kill it. So that would not work great for us. Inferno Titan is a nice one. They can't... Oh, actually, I forgot that they could just turn our Omnath into an Elk. That's a little annoying, but still not that bad. I mean, I don't think they can really do anything about this Ugin that's going to be coming down. Although, if they have a counter spell, it's bad. So we need to hope they don't have a counter. Tireless Tracker, land, yep. So right now we have 2, 4, 6, 7 mana. So we do need one land to be able to play the Ugin. Man, I love this hand. This hand is just so sick. Like, got the card draw, cheap tempo plays, cleaning up the board, lots of colors. So they're just cracking this now. I don't think they have counter magic. It's possible. Okay, if they play another thing, then there's no card they could have. I guess they could have a Daze, but they're not playing Daze. Birds of Paradise, that is not very scary. Land, Oracle. So the problem is if we play Inferno Titan, then they can just turn it into an Elk. So I think I'm just going to play Teferi and try and draw towards lands. The best draw would be Renin 6. Trigon Predator, okay. So I said Trigon Predator okay there. Trigon Predator was arguably the worst draw in our deck. Super, super weak, slow, uses up our limited blue mana. And, I mean, yeah, land would have been amazing, and then out of the spells we could have drawn, most of them would either be castable or more impactful. So, yeah, Trigon Predator was absolutely horrendous there. Not that it matters that much. I still think we're... Well, actually, our life total is pretty low. Yeah, I mean, we could lose. If they have a way to get rid of our Omnath, they could trade their Signet for the Omnath and then play Fetch Land, and we would die to that. I'm actually definitely going to not F6 because if they have a way to go for the kill, we can't do anything about it. And I really... But if they do go for the kill and we can interact in any way, then they get pretty blown out. Okay, making a food is great. That's the most non-threatening thing they could have done there. Well, okay, that's a lot of mana though. Deranged Hermit. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with that with Ugin. We just need to find a land in our top 2 cards. Inferno Titan can also clean that up pretty nicely. Them not having a land there is pretty nice for keeping the Tireless Tracker small. Now we can trade these off if they attack, so they don't really have a good attack. I do wish we had a Stirring Wildwood right now. That would be a manland we could actually animate on defense. Land. Oof. Okay, I deserve that one. I'm gonna just plus and oh well, let's see. We could also just like play Inferno. Yeah, no, it's probably actually better to do this. We can play Inferno Titan and then deal 1/1/1, and then tuck to Fairy, and they'll only have a Tireless Tracker. So 1/1/1. Bye bye, Oko. So you can't get rid of our Tireless or our Inferno Titan. Now we are gonna lose to Fairy, but that's okay. We can play Ugin next turn. They do have exactly 8 damage, so if they have a way to somehow deal with both of our blockers, they can kill us exactly, but I don't think Blue-Green will be able to do that, especially with only 1 card in hand before their draw step there. Okay, they have a land. That's a decent start for them. So they draw a card. Now their top card is the Oko. Okay, that is fine. Yeah, we just win now. So they can't attack. We can hit back with the Inferno attack. Even if we don't have the Ugin, we win this game pretty easily. But with the Ugin, it should be pretty much just a cakewalk. Alright, so we will plus the Teferi, play the Forest, play Ugin, -3. I think this should not hit the Omnath, but I actually am not 100% sure. Okay, sweet. Then we can suspend the AV. I mean, we also could have just hit them for 1 more damage with the Inferno Titan. Yeah, I mean, we win that game pretty easily. That is a board I like to see. Titan, Omnath, Teferi, and Ugin all on the battlefield with 3 man lands and a good hand. Let me screenshot that too, actually. So I don't think we're going to make any changes to the sideboard here. I mean, they just are all in on Progenitus and the rest. I mean, I guess they have Oko. Is there anything we can do about Oko? Not really. We could bring in Fast Bond on the draw. What would we be cutting, though? Fast Bond actually is pretty nice. Maybe we bring in Fast Bond and cut one of these Signets, since they have so many Reclamation Sages. Yeah, I don't hate that. We can cut, I think, the Gruul Signet. We'll see if we draw Fast Bond, and we would much prefer Gruul Signet, but we'll go with this for now. Well, max rewarded. Oh my gosh, this is such a good Fast Bond hand. This is just such a good hand in general. I gotta screenshot this again. So Bird resolves, but that is very feeble mana ramp, if I do say so myself. Fast Bond. Land. Ancestral. Oh my gosh. Razorbird's Thicket? What is even going on? This is so good. Bye-bye, bird. And then next turn we can play Courser and hopefully hit a bunch more lands. I mean, we don't have many cards in hand, but I mean, look at this just ridiculous mana advantage and onboard Planeswalker, and we interact with them on turn one. That is just so good. And this, yeah, if we hadn't made that exchange, if this was a Gruul Signet, imagine what we would have done. Just like, I mean, I guess we'd still go Island Ancestral Vision, so I can't, or Ancestral Recall, so cannot really complain about that, but this is just obviously significantly better. Scavenging Ooze. So that can mess up our Run and 6 value a bit. Alright, I mean, Courser is just strictly better than Oracle here, so we'll play that. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, are we really... This is so good. I think I'm just going to drop this last land just to have a really cool picture. So, I mean, we don't have gas right now, but we're about to play Teferi, and we're never going to draw land for the rest of the game. We have, like, multiple sources of good card draw. We could regrowth back this Ancestral. I don't really see how we lose from here. I mean, they could still go to just up to Progenitus, so I guess we need to worry about that a little bit. If we can find a Force of Will, though, then the game is just over. Okay, well, I forgot about that, actually. Yeah, no Ancestral, so regrowth would be pretty bad. They do not have any attacks here. If they did attack, we would just double block, and this trade would be great for us. All right, land off the top, deal. Preordain, that's a nice one. So we go blue, white, green. Bounce your ooze. Play the land. Oh man, I really wish this was in our hand when we played this Preordain. Do we want to honestly wait a turn? No, I think we want to keep going all out. Like if they go Progenitus, then that's pretty bad. So we'll play Preordain. I honestly kind of want to bottom both of these. Soulfire Grandmaster is really good if we find another spell, though, I guess. But both of these are really good if we find another spell, but I don't really want to just draw these both and then just keep on, and then not draw into a good spell, so I think I actually am going to bottom both of these. Regrowth. All right, sweet. So we can regrowth that back. Preordain. We will top both of these and draw the Bloodbraid. Play the land. Ooh. I almost want to not cast this Bloodbraid because that Teferi is going to be so good. So we will attack with both. Actually, we'll animate this. So you know we'll just animate the one that hits harder. Red, white, whatever, whatever. So they can block one of these things and then Take 6. And we will just plus this, I think. No need to ping them for 1 at this point. The number of game actions we've been taking in every turn is ridiculous. Look at this. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lands in play on turn 3. Are you kidding me? This has been the best fast bond ever. And our life total is still high because Corsair has meant we haven't even had to hurt ourselves for all of that. And then we're going to have 2 Teferis on the battlefield. Yeah, Progenitus would not even be a problem at all at this point, I think. I mean, it sort of would be, but we have so much card draw that I think we could find answers pretty quickly. Like, we could find a Time Walk, which would make it pretty easy to race. Looks like they do have it, so they're going to have an early Progenitus within the first 4 turns, all 3 matches, or all 3 games, but I still think we're going to be able to win the match. It's not guaranteed. If they do actually have exactly Progenitus right now, we might not be able to get there, but we only have a few lands left in our deck, and we also have 2 non-Time Walk, non-Winds of Abandons on the bottom, so that's pretty sweet. Also, we'll know what we're going to be cascading into with the Bloodbraid. If we cascaded into the Winds of Abandon, that would be a disaster, because then our best answer would be gone. Oh, interesting. Okay. We'll see if they go for our Planeswalkers or for our creatures. They actually can't kill both of these creatures, so they should probably just go Planeswalkers. I guess they could go to Fairy for 1 and kill the Courser if they wanted to. Okay, yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Llanowar? Oh, sure. Ooh. I think we actually are just going to cast our Bloodbraid Elf here, though. So, Bloodbraid. See what we hit. Killed a goose. Huge hit. Oh, and then, of course, Ancestrals right after that. Wait, can I not cast this to Fairy? Oh, okay. Stack was on top. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. So now we'll just play to Fairy. Tuck their Dragonlord Tarka. And crash on in with everything. We're very unlikely to hit more lands just because we have like almost all of the lands in our deck right now, so that's something. Force of Will is on the bottom now, as is those 2 creatures. As are those 2 creatures, I guess. We could just crack the food end of turn. I think I might actually do that. We don't really need Gilded Goose mana at this point. All right, sweet. So, really good start against a great draw, like great draws from a pretty good deck. So, that is awesome. But we got there, got the job done. On to round 2. Oh no, on to the finals. Yeah, we're really doing it. So, man, I love this deck. This is one of my favorite decks I've made, to be honest. It's not my favorite, but top 5% for sure. This one is sweet. See you in the finals. All right, here we are for the finals, and we rolled a 1. They rolled a 1. They rolled another 1, but then we got 5, so they're a real low roller over there. Oh, man, this hand is so good. I mean, it's like the spells are so good, we all obviously have to mulligan. But if you replace, Inferno Titan and Bloodbraid Elf with a Misty Rainforest and a Copperline Gorge, we could literally never lose, but alas, we do have to ship it. This is passable. Definitely not exciting. It's sort of fun to have 3 man lands, but we'll keep it. And I think just put back a Winds of Abandon. It's not really an early game card. We don't want to be ramping our opponent early. So I think we should drop Lumbering Falls here. That does mean if we draw Renin 6 we can't play it, but it does unlock more cards. It unlocks like Ancestral Vision, Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, Preordain. So I think that's worth it. Opponent's also on Mold of 6. Another green deck, okay. Well, I think we just drop Needle Spires. The classic mana base. So, next turn we could play Savannah Courser. In general, you want to play Courser when you haven't played land yet, but I think it... Oh, okay, never mind. Now we'll just go Banishing Light, take this out, and then the turn after we can play Courser, and either play land off the top or get our tap land into play. Okay, drawing both of these back-to-back is pretty annoying. They fill a very similar role, and honestly, they both haven't done anything for us this league so far, so hopefully that'll change, but so far not so good on that front. Bye-bye, Coalition Relic. You can't have 6 mana on turn 3. Only we can do that, and we can have 12 mana on turn 3. Fauna Shaman, okay, that's not too threatening. No land, that's good. Probably attack for 1 here. Gruul Signet, okay, well, we'll just play our Courser and hope to hit a land off the top. Nice. Not nice to have another land on top, though. If they have Rofellos in their deck, things get a little dicey here, because we don't have that much removal. I mean, we know we can't kill it this turn. They could discard any creature, go search it up, and then have a lot of mana next turn, and if they have a lot of mana, we already know they have a lot of spells, so that would be scary. Lotus Cobra, okay. Gaia's Cradle, are you kidding me? They must have top decked that. They didn't have that last turn? That's so annoying. Alright, well, now we're very, very far behind. If we draw Time Walk, we'll just win, but we're going to lose very quickly to this, I'm sure. They have access to basically infinite mana and any creature in their deck. Oh, that's so annoying. Gaia's Cradle off the top, and meanwhile we just had multiple lands off the top that are not Gaia's Cradle. Not that Cradle would do very much for us here anyways, but it's still pretty frustrating. If we do manage to draw another, like, a good spell, we could almost play and kick this and get lots of value. I guess we're actually not that close, but discard the Dryad makes sense. That doesn't really do much. I don't get this card. I've almost never seen it be good. But what do I know? They got a Nissa. Okay. That's a little scary. They want even more mana, so they probably should have a Crater Hoof or something. I think we're very likely to die next turn. Either actually die or functionally die next turn. But we'll see. Maybe not. We need to find Time Walk ASAP. And another land on top. And a Bloodbraid Elf. Okay. Well, we're going to go Signet plus Soulfire. And pass the turn. We have actually exactly enough mana. If we hit Time Walk off with the Cascade with Bloodbraid, we have exactly enough mana to use Soulfire Grandmaster and then win the game. So that's pretty sweet. That gives us multiple hits. We can get through any lands or anything like that. If we see something like a Preordain or an Ancestral Recall on top, we could also just go Seagate or Seagate Stormcaller before casting the Bloodbraid, then cast Bloodbraid. Courser has given us some pretty nice value, but I still don't know if it's enough. So they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana because we know that they have a forest in hand. So they have enough mana to green Suns for Crater Hoof or to discard a creature card and search up Crater Hoof. and then they would have 4 attacking creatures. They would each get +5. So that would be 20 damage +5, 25 +6. Well, no, actually, if they tap their Fauna Shaman, they would only have 3 attackers. Then that would be 24. So we could beat them just having Crater Hoof in their deck. But if they have it in their hand, or if they have Green Sun Zenith in their hand, we die. If they don't have a Crater Hoof in their deck, then things are really fine. I mean, they could get like a Primeval Titan or something like that, and that would be good, but we would have a lot more time to draw out of this. And we do have a lot of live draws. I mean, Ugin would pretty much just win the game on the spot. Time Walk would win the game on the spot. Ancestral would give us a great chance of drawing either of those. I mean, Preordain would give us a decent chance of drawing either of those. Like, we have outs. Unfortunately, I don't think we've shuffled since we put the Winds of Abandon on the bottom, so we will not be able to hit that. Nykthos, jeez. Well, they only have 2 unknowns. They have 1 forest that does nothing. But they have a whole lot of mana. Now it doesn't matter where the Crater Hoof is, as long as it's in their deck, and they have at least 1 creature out of those other 2 cards, then they win. I think they also have enough mana that Finale of Devastation would kill us, even if they don't have anything good to get with it. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they have 10 mana. Mer Battlesphere. Okay, that's good, but it's not going to kill us immediately. They still have no attacks. They have a forest and then 1 unknown in hand. Gilded Goose. That sucks. Alright, well, I guess we're hitting it. Yeah, I don't want to draw that next turn at all, so we'll do this. Omnath on top. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll play Raging Ravine, and then do we want to just play the Stormcaller? No, I don't think we need to do that. So we'll just pass it back. We could crack the food, but I don't really care about that. I mean, we also might want mana next turn, depending on what we draw off the Omnath, so I think we're going to keep the food around. It's a pretty clogged board state. I mean, their board is better. Like, well, they'll be able to kill us fairly quickly, but I mean, yeah, we just need to really hope they don't have a Crater Hoof, to be honest. Like, I don't think they do, because if they did, I think they could have just discarded the Battle Ball to the Fauna Shaman and then killed us that way. So they probably don't have it in their deck. It's possible they do, and they just were like, I don't know, not doing that for whatever reason. There's the forest we knew about. And them having Fauna Shaman just makes their top deck so much scarier. Uh-oh. Yeah, they can just pitch their Llanowar Elves, or, oh, that is terrifying. I mean, that has to mean they have Crater Hoof, right? They're discarding Primeval Titan. Emrakul. Interesting. That's actually not that bad. Well, it's sort of bad. They can kill off all of our creatures, so it's pretty bad. I guess given that, then we should crack this food now, so they just have less damage to do. They can just crack it for mana next turn if we let them. So it really is. We just have to hit. I think what's it called? That 2 mana exile everything called Winds of Abandon is our only out, and it's also in the bottom of our library. So we have to shuffle that back in ASAP. Ancestral on top. That's good. Oh no! Oh, that's actually not good at all. They can play Omnath, draw the Ancestral, and then copy the Ancestral and target, or they almost copy it, but they and target themselves. Hopefully they don't realize that. Best case scenario, they just like fire up a manland, attack with everything, and wipe our board, and then we can draw a bunch of cards and hopefully get back into it. Oh, they almost mistapped. If they did it that way, they wouldn't have the blue mana to play the Ancestral, but they caught themselves. Man, we would have had Stormgate, Seagate Stormcaller plus Ancestral or Soulfire Grandmaster plus Ancestral, but Emrakul the Promised Land is pretty good. Do we want Force of Will in this matchup too? Maybe. Wildfire is also interesting, actually. It's good against us, but it's also very good against them. What does this do? So if it deals 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you don't control. Okay. Doesn't do any damage to creatures, so that's not really going to do enough. We just really don't have a land on top, because then they just won't play it and we'll know that we're drawing a brick. Fast Bond? Okay, well, no, that's still bad. Dang it, why does Ancestral say target player? That's so sad, actually. That's such a good Emrakul for them. Now we lose all our creatures. And, yeah, just almost definitely lose. They also have multiple big colorless threats, so Ugin doesn't do it. Yeah, this is really not going to end well for us. We're probably 5% to win. I don't even know how we could win, honestly. With the Soulfire gone and Ancestral gone. So they just eat all 4 of these. They are going to have to lose something to kill the Soulfire. Well, now we're just drawing a Fast Bond and we don't have a Courser anymore, so it doesn't do anything. Land, gain that life, baby. And now, I still think we're going to hold off on the Stormcaller, so I'll just drop a land and pass. Or a Fast Bond, rather. Here's how we win. We're not dead yet. Here's how we win. Top deck, Oracle of Moldiah, play it, and hit exactly 5 lands in a row off the top to nug them for 5. They have Ulamog too. Jeez, they have so many really expensive threats. This is going to be hard for us because our deck is slow, and it's like impossible to outgrind all these cast triggers and stuff. So I don't really know how we could beat this. I mean, like winning quickly is not really something we can do. Oh, out of mana, I guess. Like if we draw Time Walk and can like chain Time Walk somehow, maybe we could do something. Although we don't have enough blue to Oh, we should have definitely animated Needle Spires instead. I think we're dead either way, but yeah, we definitely should have animated the Needle Spires. I'm actually gonna not even block here. We're taking 25. Yeah, I'll just take the 25. We need all our blue mana for a bunch of Time Walk shenanigans. That will not do it. You got me. Ah, so frustrating. I mean, it wasn't that close. Look at this board. They sort of dominated us, but we did a lot of good things. But then them hitting the Ancestral on themselves was the game changer. If they had like not Ancestral on the top, and then we could have gotten the Ancestral for ourselves and copied it, we could have definitely won this game. But not so. All right. Well, tough game 1, but we've lost game 1 before. We could still do this. Do we want to bring in the Wildfire? It is bad for us. I mean, it kills a lot of our things. But I think we actually do want it. It sets them back a lot. And I'm going to cut the Seagate Stormcaller. This has just never really been that good. It's very, very good with a couple cards, but I don't think we have quite enough cards to make it worth it. So we'll run it like this. Trigon Predator is also potentially cuttable, but they do have Coalition Relic. That's pretty much it. So we'll see. We'll see what else we see, I guess. All right, we'll keep this. We have good mana for Omnath. Oracle plus Omnath is a nice combo, and we can just get down early Soulfire Grandmaster to do some life swings in our favor. The old second main phase Forest, a classic. Dang it. Really bad for us that they had the elf there. So we will go land and Soulfire. Imagine if we top decked Ren in 6 there. Would have been so good. So that is decent against Omnath, but it's not amazing. They have a lot of ramp. Jeez, we need to really hope they don't have a ton of payoff as well. Hopefully they have only ramp. Definitely not going to Winds of Abandon anything here. And then I think we're going to play Oracle next turn rather than Omnath, and then save the Omnath for when we can get some nice value with the extra lands from Oracle. Oof. Okay, that's bad. I mean, yeah, we're pretty dead here. So they kill this. Flip that. Now they can start tutoring for whatever they want. They still have a huge mana advantage. At least they can't kill our Oracle. So we'll go land and Oracle. We need to really hope to find a Misty Rainforest, because that would let us get... Oh, that's like the worst possible thing we could have had on top. I mean, we will be able to overload Winds of Abandon, which could do some nice work, but this Garruk is going to also do some nice work. And if we do ever end up overloading Winds of Abandon, they're going to get a million lands, and then they're going to be able to cast all their 10 drops. Golos. So that can get the Cradle. Yeah, we're and they can start recurring to Golos, so I think they got us. I'm not going to concede yet, but it's like we might have a 10% chance, but definitely not more than that. They can just search up whatever they want now with the Garruk next turn. Well, that is good. So we'll play that. Play Omnath. So blue, green, white, red. Now we probably want to keep more green mana. Red, white, Omnath. And then we can play this land, which will give us mana from the Omnath. But now we just have a plateau on top. That's so bad. Oh, wait, what? Oh, the first time this ability is resolved. I didn't realize that's how it worked. That's fine, though. We didn't really need the mana anyways. We will drop this Rule Signet and pass. Wait, can they just go off now? Yeah, they can. They make 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, yeah, they can cast Eldrazi or something. Frustrating. This deck is so good. It did not deserve to go 2-1. If this Soulfire Grandmaster was a ramp spell, we could have maybe had a chance. Like, if we played turn 3 Oracle, we would have been quite a bit faster. I guess they still could have just killed it with the Garruk, though. Yeah, I mean, really, there wasn't much we could do here. I think their deck is just very well positioned against ours, and very good. I don't mean to say, yeah, I think their deck is phenomenal. And also the matchup against ours is good for them. I mean, we can take out the Ulamog, but they're just going to be able to get more value with the Garrick soon. Let's see, we have Overload for 6. And then, oh, we're so close. If we had a Stirring Wildwood, we could have killed this Garrick. But as it is, we cannot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with a Courser. So we'll go. I just want to make sure. If we tapped 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then we have. Oh wait, we'd only have 3. So yeah, we wouldn't even be able to do Stirring Wildwood. So we'll cast Courser. I would love to see Misty Rain. Oh, I was literally going to say Misty Rainforest off the top. If we play this, though, we have to shuffle it away. We have to shuffle away, but we're still going to do it. What's our top card? Trigon Predator, that's a card we would want to shuffle anyways, so no remorse about that. We'll grab a... I think Island, actually. Yeah, we might want to chain, like, Preordained into Ancestral into Time Walk or something. Stirring Wildwood on top, are you kidding me? Leave me alone, lands. They've been every turn. I mean, it's nice to hit lands with Courser sometimes, but this is a little excessive. So, exile all of their creatures. But they still have the Garrick. If we could take out the Garrick, we would actually be in decent shape, potentially. But if they have the Garrick, then we're still really behind. I mean, we do have a bunch of man lands. So, if they just plus the Garrick, maybe we could make something happen. We don't know what their last card is. Oh, they bounced their Golos. Right, I forgot they could do that. Bummer. This does turn off their Guy's Cradle, but it basically turned it back on because they just get that many basics. And they can play Golos and then sack it to the Garrick to search out for Emrakul. Although, actually, they don't have Emrakul mana right now. They have 11 mana at the present moment. Man, pretty brutal to hit a land off of Courser Shuffle and then hit another land. Oh, looks like they top deck Battlesphere. Oh, Adventurous Zendikar. Sure. We need to find Regrowth to get back that Winds of Abandon pretty quickly. Oh, now they have infinite mana with the Guy's Cradle, so they can just get the Emrakul this turn. Yeah, Cradle taps for 11, and then they can just, yeah, easily cast it. Plus, if we ever do find a way to deal with it somehow, they can just Karakas it back to their hand. Well, they can kill our Courser, and then we have to hope to Bloodbraid into something good. I mean, like, Bloodbraid into Ancestral into Time Walk. I mean, yeah, like, or Bloodbraid into Ancestral into Regrowth, and then return Soulfire Grandmaster and play Time Walk. Yeah, that's our hope here. We're also not dead this turn if they don't have another land. They have 18 points of damage, and we can block the Avenger. Actually, even if they... Oh, no, if they do have a land, we would die. It's not completely over, but it's looking grim. If we were playing board sweepers, this would look so much better. But we are not. Actually, we sort of are. I mean, we actually have 2 board sweepers, but that's not enough. We already exiled 1 huge Eldrazi, but they got more. So, let's see what we got. I'll just drop a forest. Actually, that was probably stupid, but it doesn't matter. Almost definitely doesn't matter, at least. Trigon Predator. Beautiful draw. They can sack a plant. They can get a battle sphere, I guess. Oh, Primeval Titan, right. But, I mean, yeah, actually, if we find... No, they'll still just have Caracas. I forgot about that. And they're going to get 2 counters on their things. Okay, yeah, I think we're dead on board. Oh, wait, yeah, we're definitely dead on board. We can block 2 things, take 8 times 2 is 16 plus 13. So, or we can block 3 things, but 7 times 2 is 4. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're still dead. Bummer. Well, I have to settle for a 2-1. Our deck is amazing. It really, it was a great deck. I think our opponent's deck was just absolutely phenomenal, and like I would trust that deck to trophy at least 75% of the time, but sometimes you play against really strong opponents. Both in rounds 2 and 3, our opponent's decks were really just top-notch green decks, and we didn't really have the type of interaction to deal with green decks. I mean, if you look at our deck, what we really wanted to be up against is like, I mean, yeah, just like I'll grind you and be like efficient and low to the ground. But like if we can't interact with mana dorks very well, other than Ren and Six, we can't sweep their board. Um, but yeah, a little sad there. I really did want to get a trophy, especially with Time Walk and Ancestral. Definitely feels like we should have, but can't always win them all. So we have to settle for the 2-1. Still a really sweet league, a lot of fun. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.